Quick serve food chains have been taking over the fast food industry, and one of the chains at the top of the movement is Five Guys. They've come a long way and they've done it very quickly. The growth of the Five Guys burgers and fries chains is nothing short of absolutely incredible. With founders who have remained an integral part of their company, franchisees aren't just buying a brand name but an entire formula of success, and a company built from the ground up. Five Guys has a story that embraces the American dream and what it can still be. So how exactly was this extraordinary company built and who stands behind it? Five Guys was founded in 1986 by Jani and Jerry Murrell. Jerry, alongside the couple's 4 sons, Jim, Matt, Chad and Ben, were the original Five Guys. The Murrells had a 5th son, Tyler, 2 years later. Today, all 5 sons, the current Five Guys, are involved in the business. Matt and Jim travel the country visiting stores, Chad oversees training, Ben selects the franchisees, and Tyler runs the bakery. The first Five Guys was in Arlington Westmont Shopping Center. The buns were baked in the very same center by Brenner's Bakery. However, this location was closed and in favor of another in Alexandria, Virginia, which also closed in September the 21st, 2013. The father, Jerry Murrell, hailed from a middle-class Michigan family. His father was a stunt pilot in between working at a car factory, and his mother sold products for Stanley. He was also told he needed to get a college education in order to be successful, so he went. However, he didn't care much for it. When it came time to send his own sons to college, he gave them a choice. It was 1986, his older sons were at the end of high school when he made them an offer. The money he'd saved for their education was theirs, and they could either go to college or, as a family, choose to pool all their money together to start a restaurant. The idea was twofold. Not only would it give his kids a legacy, but it would let them work together. The elder Murrell didn't have a close family, but if they opted to open a burger joint together, his sons would have what he didn't. According to his sons, it was a very easy choice. The name Five Guys couldn't be more straightforward. Murrell and his sons decided on the name to describe themselves. Father Murray, sons Matt, Jim, and Chad from his first marriage, and son Ben from his second. But when youngest son Tyler was born, the name didn't quite fit anymore. According to Murrell's interview with Inc., that was when he unofficially removed himself from the roster, and at least now saying the Five Guys refers to his children. Sometimes you can look back on one single decision and know it was the right one. This was the case with Five Guys and their decision to franchise. Between 2006 and 2012, they saw an unthinkable 792% growth. That's even more impressive when you compare them to their closest rivals over that same time period, Jimmy John's, who saw an impressive 241% growth. But compared to Five Guys, it was absolutely nothing. Five Guys opened its doors in 1986, but that almost didn't happen. At first, the Murrells, especially Jerry, were content with opening just a few restaurants in the same area. They had complete control and kept the menu exactly the same, and experimented with just a few things, such as the coffee and a chicken sandwich, that failed. The subject of franchising came up in 2002, and Jerry didn't want to do it. Five Guys was run by a policy of unanimous voting from the family members, so Jerry's lone no vote was enough to put an end to all the talks. But Matt bought him a copy of Franchising for Dummies, written by Wendy Dave Thomas, and at the same time, former Washington Redskins kicker Mark Mosley was pondering the future of his own burger joint. In a case of right place, right time, Mosley got on board with the Five Guys and kicked off their franchising efforts. They found out very quickly how good a decision it actually was. Franchising rights in Virginia sold out in just 3 days. Their first foray into franchising was an absolute success. Their success encouraged the Murrells to franchise their concept the following year, engaging Franzmart, a franchise sales organization. Former American football player Mark Mosley, who had gone to work for Franzmart after his football career, played a key role in Five Guys' expansion and went on to become the company's director of franchise development after it ended its business relationships with Franzmart. In early 2003, the chain began franchising, opening the doors to rapid expansion, which caught the attention of national restaurant trade organizations and the national press. The expansion started in Virginia and Maryland, and by the end of 2004, over 300 units were in development through the Northeast. Over the next few years, the chain rapidly expanded across the entire United States of America and into Canada, reaching over 1,000 locations by 2012. According to their own website, they received national attention when they started offering franchise opportunities and had sold options for more than 300 units in just 18 months. They kept going, and in 2012 they passed $1 billion in revenue, and now they're international. Secrets to their success: the buns. Many customers have a love-hate relationship with the buns, but Five Guys went to extraordinary lengths for their curation. Their thought to be on the squishy side was intentional. According to NBC News, the buns originally came from Brenner's, an Alexandria bakery that was a favorite of Janny, Morrell's wife. They made a bun for the new restaurant which was eggier and sweeter than the standard hamburger bun, and when they closed, Five Guys started making their own buns. As they grew, there was no way they could keep making the same sweet buns in their little bakery, as they began contracting out with highly specific regulations, now overseen by Morrell's youngest son, Tyler. According to franchisee owner Tom Horton, those buns are a massive expense, but they play a highly important role in the formula of success that has taken Five Guys to where it is today. The fries. Five Guys got their potatoes from Idaho. In fact, they bought so many of them, they account for 5% of the entire state's potato sales. After hand cutting them, they would give the raw potatoes a 3-minute power wash to get rid of the extra starch. They're pre-cooked for 2.5 minutes and then cooled for anywhere from 10 minutes to a few hours. Once they're ordered, they're finished off with another 2 to 3 minutes in the fryer, shaken off exactly 15 times and served up to the customers. Five Guys would also use peanut oil to make their fries a little healthier, and it's the quantity they serve that makes up their meals' calorie counts astronomical. No one in their right mind suggests heading to Five Guys if you're looking for a healthy lunch option. According to their nutritional information, their bun alone is a whopping 260 calories and 9 grams of fat. The mystery shoppers. There's a lot about the way Five Guys does things that are quite unconventional, and that includes their approach to getting the word out. Five Guys took their advertising budget and put it somewhere else, into mystery shoppers. You're not likely to see a Five Guys commercial or billboard, and that's because they use the cash to hire third-party companies to visit their restaurants and do a full evaluation of the quality of service and food. Its design was to keep employees on their toes, ensure their customers had a great experience, and those experiences turn into advertising. Anyone who's worked in retail knows just how terrifying the prospect of a mystery shopper is. But Five Guys turns it into a major rewards program. Director of Communications and Marketing Molly Castellano told QSR Magazine they hand out a huge amount of money as bonuses for meeting mystery shopper goals. Every week, the top 200 restaurants are given between $900 and $1,300 to split amongst the employees. The milkshakes. Part of the difficulty in franchising was keeping new owners on board with the idea of sticking to the very set menu Five Guys offers. They had tried other products out, and any appeal from franchisees to add new things was usually refused. One of the most heated debates of those products were milkshakes, and franchisee owner Tom Horton told Forbes they had a conversation about milkshakes 6,000 times. The Morrells just kept refusing until 2014. They debuted their milkshakes in August of that year, so if you ever wondered what a bacon milkshake would taste like, just head to Five Guys and you'll find out. Their other flavors included non-traditional offerings like salted caramel and coffee, along with favorites like chocolate and strawberry. Best of all, you can mix as many flavors as you like. So there you have it. That's the story of a family-run burger business who had a quiet and humble beginning before exploding to become the biggest fast food joint in the world, Five Guys.